21 health. Surely he can't kill me here. I mean, he's got 8 damage on board. Defile is a good start. Wind Fury. That's 16. Anti-Magic Shell. Oh, that's 20. One off lethal. Oh, okay. Jade Claws. Of course. The perfect combination of cards. The perfect combination of cards there to kill me. Feels really bad. Okay. What deck am I playing today? I'm playing Bmking69's Control Warlock deck. Now, a lot of you will be familiar with Bmking69. He appeared in one of my earlier videos. I faced him, won our game, and then got a friend request. Normally, when you get a friend request from someone that you've beat, you just get a torrent of abuse, right? But in this case, Bmking69 was very respectful, very courteous, super nice, and I'm happy to call him a friend. Now, I was genuinely interested in the deck that he was playing. It was a Control Warlock deck that looked very different to anything else out there on the ladder. So I thought, okay, I've got to give it a try. So, let's look at the deck. You've got the Death Rattle package with Enzoth the Corruptor. Bring back those Void Lords. Feels pretty good. You've got Blood River Gul'dan to bring back the demons. So Mal'Ganis, Void Lords, Despicable Dreadlord. Very good against aggro. I like the inclusion of one copy of that card in this deck. What else is special about this deck? Lotheb, really good against those mages that are infesting the ladder at the moment. And you've got the Lich King, always an effective card to play. It's got Taunt, right? It has to be good. And a card that I've not played for a very long time, Rin the First Disciple. I've got fond memories of playing Rin and beating Big Priests quite some time ago. If you can play her early, play the Seals early, play Azari on turn 10, destroy their deck, and they die to fatigue. Yeah, fond memories of playing Rin. It'll be interesting to see if she works in the current meta. So all in all, this deck is different, and oh, don't forget Plot Twist. Really good for shuffling your cards in your hand into your deck, redrawing, finding an answer to a problem that you're facing on the board at a particular point in time. Okay, let's have a look at the deck in action against a rogue.
Feed the fish, landlubber.
Well, typical good start for the rogue. I'm not going to play the mistress here. It'll just die and I won't get the health gain. I'd prefer to play her in a situation where I can benefit from that 4 health. And besides, he can fill his board up with pirates. I have Hellfire, I have Defile. I have defensive options. So there's no need to commit the mistress. And this looks like a solid Defile turn. So, we have a Void Caller in hand, no Void Lord, no Mal'Ganis. So we want a big demon to arrive soon. So this looks like a Kingsbane rogue with the pirates. Now Doomsayer is sensible, I think, here. I will even play the Mistress, just to absorb any burst damage coming out of that Doomsayer. Sorry, out of the ship's cannon. So hopefully the Doomsayer survives the turn and then goes off. And he loses his ship's cannon. That's the aim. Coining a Hellfire out just to kill the one ship's cannon didn't feel right. So he's doing a lot of thinking here. He's doing more thinking than me, which is interesting. And he's the aggro deck. Still thinking. And the Shiny Finder makes me think that he's going to equip Kingsbane here. Even if he equips Kingsbane and he's got Deadly Poison, it's still not enough to kill the Doomsayer. So he'll probably just hit face with the cannon
Impressive.
and pass.
Choose soon.
Okay, deadly poison.
Impressive.
And it looks like he's targeting the Doomsayer. So that's 4 damage, eviscerate. And he didn't kill the Doomsayer. Okay, I'm very confused now. I'm very, very confused. He could have killed the Doomsayer. He didn't. Have I missed something there? Was there some kind of next level play that I didn't see? Huh. Oh well. I assume it's a misplay. Ziliax seemed okay, but tapping? I think I can afford to do at this point, so I'm going to do it. There may come a point in this game where we won't be able to afford to tap, out of fear of dying. But at this point, I think I can tap and still feel pretty safe. So yeah, that's why I tapped, instead of playing Ziliax. And also, I want to work at killing my Void Caller.
You shiny.
Reduce its health, get it killed off as quickly as possible, get the Void Lord down. Oh, Mal'Ganis. Well, this is game over now. He needs sap on the Void Lord. But even then, I mean, Ziliax is going to start healing me, but this is a possible game changer. Just drawn his entire deck. On turn 7.
I'm out of cards.
Well, most of his deck. Or a good chunk of his deck. This can win games. If you get the right cards. But what would he need here to win? I think he'd certainly need a sap, right, for the Void Lord.
So many options.
Assume he can't do 12 bursts from hand to face.
I did.
Okay. If in doubt, concede. Okay, next game against a Warlock. Now I've been facing a lot of Mechathune locks recently. In fact, the absolute majority of Warlocks I've faced have been Mechathune. Oh, that's a good pickup.
Why do you call?
And this is a Zoolock. How interesting. Don't see many of them. But we have the tools here to keep the board under control. We have a Hellfire. I think that's the main thing. So I'm feeling pretty confident. Sense Demons on turn 3 also feels pretty good. So we're in a good spot. If we can survive, if we can play some Demons and then survive until turn 10 to play Gul'dan or N'Zoth, we probably win. Right, that's a Flappy Bird. That's quite dangerous. Now I'm not feeling so confident, but we have Hellfire, we have Spellstone, we can get rid of it. Next turn. But we're going to take some damage.
You are not the boss of me.
But blimey, he's going all out here on this board. Playing heavily into Defile. Oh, hello. Ask and you shall receive. There's Defile. And that's just game over. I mean, that sounds overly confident of me on turn 4, but look. I've just cleared that entire board. I have a Void Caller in hand. I have Void Lord. I have Mal'Ganis.
You are not the boss of me.
Thank you.
Gave us a minion. We should be thankful.
Unity. Precision. Primitive.
Yeah, just keep the board under control. We have a second Defile. We have the Spellstone. We have the Hellfire. This is so good for us. And my opponent has to know now that, you know, it's going to be an uphill struggle for him.
You are not the boss of
He's
me.
going to have to surprise me with something significant. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's a surprise. That's, Bloodreaver Gul'dan in his hand. Okay. Consider myself surprised. Golden Gul'dan. Sure. In a zoo deck. Is that a thing now? Oh well. Yeah, I was really hoping for the Void Lord, but this is fine. This is still fine. So the end is coming. Question is, can he silence that? Do Zulocks run silence effects these days? Ironbeak Owl, maybe?
I wonder.
So now as these turns progress, all of my big threats are in hand. The Lich King, Mal'Ganis, Void Lord. I mean, they're just going to seal the game out, I assume.
Warriors of the frozen wastes. Rise.
And he hasn't conceded yet. Although I guess any moment now, as the realisation sets in that he's going up against the Lich King. Trying to look at lethal here. Double Dark Bomb. Hellfire. Just trying to add it all up. Is that a 2-turn lethal, perhaps? Okay, we'll never know. He conceded. Fair enough.
Well played.
And there's rank 4. Feels pretty good.
Versus Malfurion.
Alright.
I must protect.
Going up against a Druid.
Mechadiraxus.
Now, I have been facing more token Druids recently. I like this hand. Doomsayer is phenomenal against aggro decks, if played at the right time, of course. Now we just need a demon, a big demon, to show up and hopefully all set. But notice something. This Druid. 1 cost hero power. Even Druid. And my friend Toasty there.
Guide my life.
Very impressed, clearly. I'm impressed.
The end is coming.
And the thing about this is, what can you expect? You don't know what to expect. This is actually the first even Druid I think I've ever faced on the ladder. So you don't know what to expect. And that's a pretty scary thought. A very exciting thought, but also very scary.
I knew it.
So, if he's an even deck, that means he can't play Savage Roar, right? if my math is correct, 3 is a odd number. Yeah, so we're safe from Savage Roar. Yeah, this is quite extraordinary. Okay, so Despicable Dreadlord, if that comes down, that may help a little bit here at softening up his minions after some trades. But, what if he runs a silence effect? Wow. He really wants that face damage. Although maybe he should have drawn the card first and then gone face. Maybe he'd have got a buff effect. I don't know.
To the void.
Well, we can clear the board here, thanks to the Despicable Dreadlord.
Unity. Precision.
And I really want the health here. I want that 3 health. That's so important, I think.
This curse has become our greatest strength.
We just need to make it to turn 10. And then we're fine, really. That seems to be a common theme with this deck. Make it to turn 10. Play Gul'dan. Or ends off. And you win the game. Oh look, Dark Bomb. Just what you need. Yeah. And Toasty there, making reference to Ziliax. It's a really good card. Perhaps too good.
The land serves me.
And I'll give my opponent all the credit in the world. He's put up a really good fight. And there was no need for me to play Rin there, but I just wanted to show off.
Unleash the
Wow, Savage Combatant! Not faced that card for ages! It's such a cool card. And again, just surprised that he hasn't conceded yet. And at this point in the game, when you can feel so confident that you can just keep tapping, and look, we play Plot Twist, just for the hell of it. Why not? Oh look, Insult's back. Do we get Gul'dan back? No, but whatever. I feel at this point, there's nothing he can do to win. This is a valiant effort from him, though. A valiant, valiant effort. And I could just press buttons here randomly and, you know, it'd still work out.
Your soul is mine.
But, I'm loving the work that Despicable Dreadlord's been doing, and, I actually miss Lethal here. Which is quite funny. I was so preoccupied with clearing the board, I've missed Lethal. But that's fine. It's absolutely fine. You know what I'm going to put this down to? Missing lethal, because I was having so much fun playing cards from this deck. So, Bmking69, do you see what you've done to me? You've made me miss lethal, my friend. Because I've really been having so much fun playing your deck and playing these cards. You've made me miss lethal. But thank you. Because I'm really enjoying myself. And on that note, should we just see how far we can stretch this game out for? Should we just keep him alive? Let's not kill him, maybe. And hope he goes along with it. Army of the Dead just looks really interesting. Ultimate Infestation, really? To my face. Okay, fair enough. He concedes. Oh. I was hoping he'd give me an opportunity to play Rin Seals and play Azari, but okay. So, Bmking69's Control Warlock. Well, I had a lot of fun playing this deck, as you've seen in this video. If you guys have any questions about this deck, if you have any recommendations of cards that you think would fit better in the deck, leave your questions and your comments in the comments section below, and I'm sure Bmking69 would be more than happy to respond to them. I love this deck and I've had a lot of fun playing it. It's been a while since I've played some of these cards in the deck, like Despicable Dreadlord, like Rin for example. And just this whole demon package with Blood Reaver Gul'dan and Enzoth is just a lot of fun to play, at least for me anyway. And I like the inclusion of one copy of Plot Twist. I think it makes a lot of sense. And Sense Demons, just one copy, I also think is a very good choice rather than two. I find that sometimes 2 copies of Sense Demons is overkill because by the time you get to your second copy of it, you may already have drawn all of your relevant demons, and so it's just overkill, and it doesn't do anything. So I think one copy in this deck, in this context, works very, very well. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as per usual, I will ask you to like the video and drop me a little subscribe. I would be eternally grateful. And I'll see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.